With Atlanta heavily rumored to be in the market for outfielders this offseason, here are 5 of my top outfielders rumored to be headed to Atlanta. Starting with Wilyer Abreu of the Boston Red Sox. Abreu put up solid numbers in his first full year in the big leagues, turning in well above average defensive numbers in right, along with a good strikeout and walk rate. Abreu also put up a weighted runs created plus of 114, and all of this together made Abreu good for 3.1 WAR in only 447 plate appearances. Now, Abreu is going to fetch a small fortune as he's only 25 years old and will still be under cheap team control for the next 4 years. Just last year, we saw Lane Thomas return a major league ready 23-year-old third baseman in Jose Tina, and 2 young but highly touted prospects in Alex Clemmie and Rafael Ramirez Jr. But Abreu is younger, has more team control, and is projected to be better than Thomas moving forward. The best Braves comparables for those prospects that I could find would be Jose Perdomo for Rafael Ramirez Jr., with Perdomo having a slightly higher FV but not by much. And then the Braves have plenty of comparables for Alex Clemmie, such as Giancarlo Lara, Garrett Bauman, Blake Burkhalter, and maybe even Lucas Braun if you value him high enough, or maybe also someone like J.R. Ritchie or Owen Murphy if you don't value them as much, or maybe you want their extra value to help get this deal done. And when it comes to Tina, the best comparable that the Braves will have would be Nacho Alvarez Jr. But again, Nacho is the better of the two, meaning to acquire Abreu, it's probably going to start at Nacho, one of Giancarlo Lara, Garrett Bauman, or Blake Burkhalter, and Jose Perdomo. Now don't forget, Abreu has 4 years of cheap team control left, and teams generally do not trade these types of players. So I think you'll probably need one more from the Bauman, Burkhalter, and Braun list just to be safe. I think this is a strong prospect package that is a fair deal for both sides. Now, would I pay it? I don't know, but that's up to AA to decide. However, I still think that prospect package is a good outline, and it can be used for other cheaply controlled outfielders, such as Brendan Donovan of the St. Louis Cardinals. Donovan has a longer track record as 2025 will be his 4th big league season, but in almost 1,500 plate appearances, Donovan has a weighted runs created plus of 119, while playing excellent defense all over the diamond, including the outfield. Now, Donovan is slightly older at 28 years old, and he only has 3 years of team control left instead of 4, but this is a proven left-handed bat that the Braves could pluck into their already insanely potent lineup, while providing excellent defense in the outfield with Michael Harris II and Ronald Acuna Jr. for many years to come. Now, another guy whose name has been floated around a lot this offseason for the Braves is Taylor Ward of the Los Angeles Angels. Ward is slightly older at 31 years old and has only 2 years of team control left, but has put up good defensive numbers in his career along with solid offensive production. Ward should also cost less in terms of prospects than Abreu or Donovan. Now, the Lane Thomas package looks pretty comparable to me, as these are pretty comparable players, but Taylor has an extra half year left of control on his contract than Lane did when he was traded. Now on to an outfielder who wished his team would have struck a deal already. We have Bryan Reynolds of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Reynolds requested a trade in December of 2022, but despite that, went on to sign an 8-year, $106 million contract with a team option for the 2031 season. Now, Reynolds is an average to below average defender in the outfield who is reportedly going to take defensive reps at first in 2025 if the Pirates do hold on to him. Reynolds has over 3,300 MLB plate appearances where he's put up a weighted runs created plus of 120. He seems pretty similar to Anthony Santander or Teoscar Hernandez in the aspect that he's an older, hit-first type guy who should be able to field at a league average rate for now, but who really knows in the next few years. If the Braves absorb most of his 6 years, $87-ish million left, then I don't think the Pirates will be able to fetch much of anything back in terms of prospects. Now, 6 years, $87 million sounds like a lot, until you remember that Santander and Hernandez will likely exceed that guarantee for less years. It's also only an average annual value of less than $15 million a year. Now, on to our final trade target in Leodys Taveras. Taveras has struggled at the plate in the past few years, but has posted good strikeout and walk rates while playing solid defense in center. His power has ticked up a bit in the past few years, and he even had a weighted runs created plus of 100 in 2023. Now, Taveras has 3 years of team control left, so at only 26 years old, he could be a buy low candidate. Now, I know the Braves probably don't want to take another chance on an outfield project per se, but Taveras has all of the underlines of a solid player, and he has produced at the major league level before, just maybe not to the best of his potential yet. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bonus. We're going to talk about 2 outfielders who have been super heavily rumored to be traded in the past, but I just could not include them in my top 5, and that's Luis Roberts Jr. and Cody Bellinger. Now, if this was last offseason, Luis Robert Jr. would be at the top of my list, but 2024 saw Robert spend some time on the IL, and when he was back on the field, he just wasn't his normal self. Now, that just made him another year older and took another year of team control away. If Roberts can bounce back early this year, then look for him to be among the top trade targets at this deadline. I'd be intrigued to see the Braves try and trade for Robert this offseason, but realistically, we just don't know what kind of hitter he's going to be moving forward, and I doubt the White Sox are offering a discount, despite the fact that we just don't know what kind of hitter he's going to be moving forward. So it just really doesn't make sense for either team right now. It's a similar situation with Bellinger, in my opinion, as the Braves just aren't going to give the Cubs what they want value-wise for Bellinger and his contract. His underlying offensive numbers and declining defensive numbers are just going to keep the Braves and Cubs too far apart on any deal. But anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for this one. Be sure to subscribe for more baseball content, and as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day.